Hello.
Oh, hello!
I'm Sammy.
And I'm Steve with no technical difficulties.
We did not have to start this 3 times. And you're listening to or watching Rose Plate Special, the most dramatic, treasure hunkingest, already forgot what I said, scavenger huntingest, camp outingest recap podcast of The Bachelor ever.
Ever!
Wow, I can't believe the second time was worse than the first when I used the same ones 2 times. And hopefully we'll get through this whole recording in one piece. I don't know.
Yeah,
Um,
got my fingers crossed.
I think the technical difficulties are our podcast is rebelling against us because I didn't do a podcast the night before my surgery.
Mm-hmm.
And now it's 6 days out from my surgery and it's like, actually, fuck you.
Mm-hmm.
It's not cool that you were gone and you shouldn't even be recording right
Yeah,
now.
yo busted ass face.
And that's yeah, thanks.
No, you look fine. My face is way more busted when we recorded.
Well, and to that I say thank you. Yeah, no, I was like so stressed out the night before the surgery. Like my Garmin was saying my stress level is at like a 95 and I felt like I was crawling out of my skin and I could not be relaxed at all.
Mm-hmm.
I was just like, I don't know what it's going to be like. I don't know, I don't know. Even if it's like, I know it's not that big of a deal. The procedure itself took, I think they said 30 minutes. So I wasn't under
Mm-hmm.
for very long. It was very fast. Like, it's still like, I got intubated and I had to, like get all ready in the OR and they ask you all these questions and you meet an anesthesiologist and they say, do you have a will? And I'm like, oh, I don't. I should have one.
You should probably do
I
that.
should have one. Just give it all to the dogs.
Wait, this counts as a will. Sammy leaves everything to me.
You heard it here first,
That's
friends.
right.
Yeah, so I was just like, oh my gosh, and what if I don't make it and I'll never know what's in the fall Jillybox? I'll just
Nope.
never know because I
Nope.
didn't open that email
We would
and
have, you know, what we would have done at your funeral. Tuck
open the
and I would have
Jillybox.
like together put it on top of your coffin, and we just would have let it go down into the ground, never opening it,
Oh,
letting
wow.
that secret fly with you to heaven.
Wow, that's beautiful. Yeah, so anyway, I was like very nervous and scared, but I feel pretty good for being 6 days out from surgery. Like, I definitely feel kind of congested right now just because my nose is like super swollen. I can't feel some of like the front of my mouth, like it's numb, and they're like, it's gonna be
Hmm.
like that for weeks to months. I knew that going in. I have like a weird cut on the inside of my mouth that like gets irritated every time I eat. It's like, but I want to eat. But
Yeah.
anyway, and I couldn't believe it yesterday. They took out, okay, this won't be that gory, but it will be a little gross. If you're squeamish, just skip a couple minutes. For those of you who don't know, I had a septoplasty. I don't have a deviated septum anymore.
That's right.
My
Consider it
septum is
undeviated.
normal. And it's all just an inside job. So like the outside of my nose, outside of being a little more puffy than normal and having like, I definitely feel the pressure right here from my glasses. So like I've been going glassesless a lot and just Mr. Magooing around the house.
Mm.
But yeah, outside of that, it's all on the inside. And so they basically just like, get that straight. And then what they do is they take these 2 like splints and they put them up your nose and then they like secure them. And then yesterday I went and got those taken out. And they said after that, like recovery goes a lot faster because
'Cause you don't
like
have shit up your nose.
you have like this big thing is in your nose. I didn't realize how big they were. Like I was told by somebody who got it done not to Google too much until after. And
Probably
so I
fair.
didn't. I knew the basics, but I was like I don't want to know all the grisly details, until after it's all done. And so I didn't like look at anything and I went there and they like did the snippies and then they pulled them out and I no shit, they were this big. They were like these huge silicone things in
Ooh.
my nose and I was like in one in each nostril. I was like, how do they even fit in there?
Yeah, where are they going? Are they
Like were they my brain?
just
Like
tickling your frontal lobe?
yeah, I
No.
was like, they were huge. She had me like hold a basin, as she took them out. And then I was like, okay, I want to look. And I looked at them and I was like, oh my God, things are huge. But it wasn't as gross as people made it seem. It's just like if you have a really bad bloody nose. It's
That's
basically
okay.
that, and I was on drugs for most of it, so do I remember it? Not really. I ate a lot of pudding, and I couldn't focus on anything except for TikTok until, like,
What
a
else
couple
is new?
days. Well, that's for sure. But it was especially bad. Like, I wasn't reading books, I wasn't watching movies, I wasn't playing video games, like, I couldn't focus on anything but, like, very short form content, which is unlike me. Like, I'll pop on a 4-hour YouTube video about Breath of the Wild. Actually, I did
Mhm.
sleep to those still because they're very comforting, and I, for some reason, was like, "I need to re-listen to Leah Remini's memoir and also the Going Clear book." So I don't know. When I'm on hydrocodone, I like to
Whatever it takes.
re-listen to stuff about Scientology. I'm not sure. Um, and then I bought 2 video games, and they're both kind of the rage in the cozy space right now.
Oh,
One is called Discounty. Have you heard of Discounty?
no.
Okay, I'll tell you about that in a minute. And the other one is called, like, wait, is it Tiny Bookshop? I think that's what it is.
I don't know that one either.
Tiny Bookshop. It's called Tiny Bookshop, aka Sammy's new business. So, Discounty, you're running like this discount supermarket in a town. It's kind of like Stardew Valley for those who are
I was
familiar
gonna
with
say,
that.
both of these sound like Stardew, but it's Store-dew instead.
So Discounty is much more like Stardew than Tiny Bookshop. But in Discounty, you like move in, your aunt or something like that took over this building. She's like, we're running this chain. So it's kind of like you're working for Joja Mart. And so you're running this like discount store, and but it's like you have to make certain decisions, and if you don't, like, the story doesn't advance, so you just have to do them, but every decision you make, like, pisses people off
Mhm.
because they're like, "You're ruining the nature of the town, and you're buying out the stuff," and you're like, "I just am following the instructions of the game, and everybody's mad at me." So then you have to, like, try to, like, calm everybody down and, like, make them okay with what you're doing, and also, so there's, like, secrets and things like that, but it's an indie game, small team. They did 60 patches in 2 days because the game blew up and people were like, "This isn't working. This isn't working."
Oh my god.
And they're like, "We're working as fast as we can." So I got as far as I could on the console until, like, it stopped working and they're, like, porting it to the Switch late. So I'm like, "What else can I play?" And then I started playing Tiny Bookshop, and Tiny Bookshop is exactly what it sounds like. You run a tiny bookshop in a sleepy little, like ocean town or whatever,
Okay.
like a beachy town, and you just have, like, and this is like, I mean, I won't talk about it too much on the podcast because until it happens, I shouldn't talk about it. But this is very up my alley. I think people who know me would not be surprised.
Yeah,
But you
tracks pretty
basically have
well.
like a tiny house, like that tool around with your pickup truck, and you park it in different parking lots, and then you sell
Oh,
books, and depending on like where you are, different genres will sell well, so like
okay.
there's like this one place that's kind of like a camping spot for like young scouts, and they want like scary stories. So you got to make sure you have enough scary stories for them to read to each other, and like fantasy and stuff like that. And
Mhm,
then, you go to like the college campus, and they're like, "Well, I wanna read some fun stuff, but, like, I also need books for school." So, like, you've got the classics and you've got,
mhm,
like, nonfiction books and whatever. So, it's very fun, but you start to I mean, I'm not as far through that, like, I think I'm through 1.5 of the season, so I've played, like, 40 something days worth of gameplay, and each day is only, like, 4 minutes long or something like that. They're really short.
mhm.
And, but you start to, like, form relationships with people that you meet, and you have little side quests, and I just adopted a stray dog and named him Behemoth, and it's so cool. So, while I was making negative money in the real world for 6
Mm.
days because I wasn't working and I decided to buy this jumpsuit that says "special" all over it, um, in video games, I have, like, 2 thriving businesses in my video game land. So, very
Mhm.
proud about that. Feeling pretty good about that.
It's great.
But
Generating
recovery is
all that
going great.
revenue.
Recovery's going great. I also got, like, promoted in my academic life to more work while I was recovering, and I was like,
Wait, oh,
"Yes,
wait,
I
is
will
this and
accept."
that's outside of the video game, that's real academic
That
life, right?
was real life.
You're not playing a game called, like, Tiny Grad Student or something, are you?
No, I'm not. I am a tiny grad student, I guess.
But life is no game.
I am a 5 foot tall grad student, so, but yeah, so that was kind of funny. I was like, "Well, the girl math says that I can buy this and some video
Mhm.
games because I just got a promotion," right?
Yeah. Think you earned it.
Mhm. Tiny grad student. So anyway, I did keep up with The Bachelor, and I actually watched the last 2 episodes live, which is surprising because
Wow.
I tend not to do that. But I've been reorganizing this office, so now I have, like, a
Mhm.
nice, like, it's kind of like one of those old, library video game chairs that, like, rocks like this. You know what I'm
Mhm.
talking about? Like, the J-shaped ones?
Yeah, yeah,
It's
yeah.
kind of like that, but it's got a base, and it's got, like, this little pillow that you can plug in, and it kinda makes your back feel nice, you know? So I'm like, "Mm, this is very cozy." So that's how I watched the last 2 episodes, and, let's see. Oh, yeah, now they're back to, like, the normal opening
I don't know what's going on
and some
anymore.
saucy stuff in episode 8, week 8. I have a note that it was saucy.
It was saucy.
Yeah, I
I'm
don't
just
know.
like I am dumbfounded by how stupid everyone is on this show. Like, this whole facade that they're like, "It's for love. Everything has to be for love." I'm sorry. It's for $500,000. You're here.
Right,
If you leave, you don't leave with $500,000, but you leave with your partner that you have romantically connected with, and then you can go do whatever you want.
and it could be love. Yeah, it's just like
Yeah, love doesn't happen here. Like that's it. It's not like this dumb all inclusive resort that they're at. Whatever the Puerto Vallarta Hilton. It's not like that's the only place where love can blossom. Like just go be a real
they're
person.
in Costa Rica,
No,
okay?
that's close
Pura
enough.
vida. Anyway, um, but yeah, it's like it's so weird, and also, I mean, I do think that there are some people who are very actually interested in each other. I don't know
Mhm.
if it's like a summer fling or like a real thing or whatever that you can never tell until they get out of off the beach, out of the resorts or whatever. But
Yeah.
I think it's funny that Kathy is just like everyone is fake. And
I know. I
I'm
love
gonna
Kathy's the
tell
only
on
one who
them.
gets it. She's like,
She's
all
like, this
these
is all
kids.
bullshit.
Yes. She's like, all these kids are dumb and full of shit, and you should be playing for $500,000 right now because you're an idiot. And she's right. She's the only person that's right. And maybe that's because at this point I feel like I'm closer to Kathy's age than I am to their age or something. Like I'm leaning towards the olds. I'm golden now. But
Wow.
she's right. Like, what is this weird, like, puritanical nonsense? Like the purity of Bachelor in Paradise. Ladies and gentlemen, it was never pure to begin with. It's paradise. It's always been messy. Okay. And
I
now
think,
it's
yeah,
messy with a lot of money.
I think that's the problem. I don't think they picked a lane in the show early
No.
enough or clearly enough. And I understand that introducing this new challenge, they thought, "Oh, that'll be interesting because
Yeah.
we bring
Yeah.
it in the middle and that, like, feels, like, exciting or whatever." And
Hmm.
they teased it in an earlier episode and stuff. But if they were trying to make it about love, then there needed to be more people on the beach.
Hmm.
There
Yep.
needed to be more
Sorry.
people to choose from, there needed to be more people on the beach, they needed to send fewer couples home, they needed to have more time with each other, they needed to force them out of their hotel rooms.
Yeah. This is sorry to
Because
be Steve the broken record, but I was saying the same thing on our last episode. Like,
yeah.
if you have 12 people on the beach, don't be mad at Jonathan because he doesn't fall in love with the one single girl. I'm sorry. Like, it doesn't work that way.
Yeah, and
Quit with your arranged Bachelor in Paradise marriages.
they're like, "He's cycling through them." I'm like, "Because they're the new ones who are coming to the beach and a bunch of people are coupled up."
Yeah. What do
And
you
so he
do?
has like one woman to get to know or whatever at a time. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying. It's weird. And it wasn't enough to shake a lot of couples up. Like a lot of the couples on this show were established very early.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of people who were hanging out with someone else and now they're hanging out with someone new.
Nope. Nope.
Really? I mean,
Yeah.
outside of like, the whole, Bailey and Jeremy thing. And I mean, Alex, she couldn't hit her stride for a while.
Yeah. She had to bounce around a little bit.
But that wasn't, yeah, it's like by and large things haven't shaken up that much. Things have kind of been the way they've been for a long time. So, yeah, I don't know. Anyway, it's just so weird. Um But let's talk a little bit about, okay, episode 8 and episode 9. I'm trying to remember. A week ago literally feels like another century.
I know, right?
I had to get up and I was like, I have to look at all my emails and start to tell people I'm alive, but not everybody, only some people because I'm smart. Um so yeah, this is the other thing. There is an inconsistent strategy with the couples in paradise. So they're not like they're like, we should pick the weak ones. And then they're like, wait, actually, we should pick the strong ones. We should pick the Goldens. Oh, we should pick the young people. Like they
They're they're
every week,
morons.
their strategy changes, which means it's not a strategy.
No, and
It's a
there's no coherent
reaction.
strategy. There's no, like, alliances or anything like that. Sean came in swinging because he was just like, "I need to do politicking," but everyone else is like, "I'm not into it." And he just went completely balls out like he was on Survivor, and then immediately they're just like,
That was the
"Uh-uh."
most boring episode ever, though. Okay.
Yeah,
Also, I'm so glad he reminded me that his dad was a politician because I was like, why do I hate Sean again? And
because
and
his
I
dad's
for
like a New York Republican congressman or
yeah,
something.
who was also like accused of like sexual misconduct and stuff.
Oh, I didn't know
Yes.
that.
Yeah. Google it. Look it up.
Google
Look it
it.
up.
Yeah,
Okay.
Google.com. Steve, ever heard of it?
Allegedly. I'm
Allegedly.
not getting sued. But I was like, "Oh, yeah, it's like, oh my god, you brought him up again." I remember that on the show and I, like,
Mhm, mhm,
completely forgot. But, I mean, I just think he's gross because, yeah, I mean, obviously, he's, like, a red pillar, right?
mhm.
Allegedly. In my opinion, he says things that alt-right people say, and I don't like that. Like, I
Yeah.
put beef tallow on my face, and then he's like, "I'm gonna, politic and whatever,"
Old
and
beef
my
face.
my dad is a, totally, like, up and up politician,
Mhm.
and
But
I'm
that's the
going
thing
to
is, like,
grab
nobody
butts like he did, allegedly.
like, you can't say we're not gonna play the game because the game goes on regardless. You have to play. And then you're just making dumb decisions that are based on whims instead of what is strategically smart to do. And the idea that people were like, "No, it's about love, so the loveliest lovers should stay."
Right,
No. I want people who hate each other, who are wildly incompatible, to be in these challenges with me because every single challenge has focused on communication, how well you know each other.
right,
They've all been, even when they're like physical in nature, when you're running around and someone has to, talking to a walkie-talkie and
and
tell you where
unlock
to go.
you, yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Yes,
still
you're doing something
communication
physical,
based.
but it's like you have to communicate. So I want people who hate each other or can't move. That's it. Like,
Yeah, I think taking out the strong couples is the best strategy for sure.
mhm.
And that people haven't been consistent with that at all is just so goofy. And then they're like, "We're gonna form an alliance with like 3 or 4 couples." And I'm like,
How
"That's
many
too
couples
many.
are there?
That's
Yeah.
too many." You need to be like tight with like one like it needs 3 couples is the max you have to
Mhm.
be tight with. You cannot have more than that. It will fall apart. They will not all go the direction that you think they're gonna go.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
not a good idea.
Okay, I just wanted to read from OK Magazine. I'll put this in the article. So, yeah, Sean McLaughlin's dad is Stephen McLaughlin. He was a former Republican New York State representative, an assemblyman from 2011 to 2017, and he had a sexual harassment incident, and now he's a county executive now, and before that he worked as a banker and a pilot.
Mm.
Okay, and he went to school at Florida Institute of Technology. Anyway, I was looking for more about the scandal. Anyway, it's fine. But yeah, like it's like nobody's consistent, not even Sean, because he was like saying things that were confusing. He also didn't understand other people's relationships. And he just tried to like insert the strategy where there was none. It's like the smarter thing, and the end of the episode was mind numbingly bad. But
Yeah.
it's like the smarter thing to do if you're like, I'm going to have a strategy is just to focus as much as you can on your partner and perform as well as you can in the challenges. Because if nobody's going to form alliances, if nobody's going to play ball, if nobody's going to do that, keep your head down. And right now, you can still stay the middle of the pack, do as well as you can,
Mhm.
and don't make waves. That's your strategy.
That's the way to
Then
do it.
you will survive. Otherwise, you're
Mhm.
done for. And it's like anyone who doesn't see that is just like really really bad at things.
Yeah.
They're
Well,
not good.
welcome
Yeah.
to Bachelor in Paradise.
Yeah, so the whole thing is just like literally so embarrassing.
Mhm. I wanna see
But
one of these ding-dongs on Traitors and watch how quickly they get stabbed in the back, like
I'm so glad that they're gone because like yeah, they would not be good at traders at all.
No.
Um, okay, so they do this treasure hunt thing, this, scavenger hunt with walkie-talkies thing. Those walkie-talkies suck dicks. Those are not good walkie-talkies.
Kathy and
Um,
Keith just arguing the entire time, I was
and
so
Kathy's,
into
like,
that.
getting drunk in there.
Yeah. Kathy's like, "Hold
Wells
down the
hands her,
button,
like,
you
a
keep
flask,
cutting out!"
and she's like, "Thanks. Thanks, Wells." Yeah, it's like the best you can do is, yeah, talk slowly, talk
Mhm.
long after you've held it down, repeat yourself. But did they even get to practice before they went in the box? I feel like they
No.
didn't.
No.
So that was it, I mean, it added to the stakes, I suppose. But I feel like they all did pretty well for only having a half an hour to unlock like 5 keys.
Mhm.
The fact that any of them got that done is kind of surprising with
It
how
is
bad those
surprising.
walkie-talkies were.
Yeah.
Um, but anyway, um, oh my god. Okay, I'm gonna read this Wikipedia article about Sean's dad later because I just saw something that shocked me. Okay, but anyway, I think what I'm saying is Sean, I think, is a misogynist, in my opinion.
Mhm.
As they're like deciding to divvy up the duties, like Alicia's like, I'm fast as fuck. Okay, you should let me be the one on the outside. And he was like, you're a girl, so I don't know if you can be. And she was like, I was literally on track. And he was like, were you? Like I was just like, I'm so sick of this guy. I can't wait for him to be off my TV. But I knew he'd be off my TV that week. She was like, I was first in track. But yeah, there's two couples going home. Uh yeah. Oh, basically, Brian and Parisa actually did pretty well on the challenge,
Yeah.
which doesn't surprise me. They're both really competitive. I think
Mhm.
the reason that they've done so well on the show was because even though their personal relationship was not very good,
Yeah.
they do make a good team and they are strategic in the exact right way that works for the show.
Yeah, because
Although
Brian's a repugnant worm, so he's good at,
right. Brian did put his foot in his mouth, and that was not strategic.
No.
But when they're trying to win a game, they're very good at winning games.
Yeah.
Um, and then, yeah, I thought Kathy would maybe be good, but I just love that Kathy consistently, yeah, she's so judgmental about everybody else, and then she has like no self awareness, and it's funny to watch. Because she's like, I'm gonna be great because I am a great communicator. And Keith's like, I don't know what it is you're saying. And it's
Mm.
just the best part ever. Um, okay, highlights from this too. Alex did not know what a spigot was. A lot of people did not know what a spigot was. I don't think
That was really weird. That
is
was
that
like
a generational thing? Like,
it was like a
am I
half
old?
dozen grown men and women like, "A spigot? What is
What's a
that?"
spy got? What's a spy got? I'm like, you guys, it's a spigot. Like, that's not like a thing that doesn't exist anymore.
No.
It's not
That's
like we're asking you to use a rotary phone and it's Ellen in 2010. Okay. Like, this
yeah.
is like a normal thing. And then Nye, I was like, did you not take English class in high school? Never seen the word Nye before?
Never seen it.
They're like, what does Nye mean? And I was like, oh, God, this is rough. Um, but yeah,
I
so
would absolutely commit felonies on this island. I would
It's like maddening. Yeah, I would have to be paired with the smartest person there or I would get really upset all the time. Um okay, so strongest couples were, let's see, Jess, wait, why do I have, oh yeah, Jess and Spencer and Bailey and Jeremy did
Mhm.
really well. They were the ones who definitely did the best on the challenge. Um except like, yeah, there was like some communication issues with the walkie-talkie with Bailey, and she also, like, lost a key. Scary, high stakes, scary stuff.
Mhm,
There's also
mhm.
cute dogs on the beach, an added distraction. Um, but I do like that with Spencer, he rolled with Spigot and just kept it pushing instead of being, because I would get upset about that. He was just like, "Okay, honey, whatever you say, whatever you called it, I know what
Sure,
you mean."
it's a spy got, baby, it's
Yeah, he's
fine.
like, "Whatever, it's okay." Which good for them. Let's see. Oh, and then Spencer and Jess got the fastest time. That wasn't surprising. And anyone who finished, no matter what the time, was obviously very safe.
Mhm.
Um, but yeah, so and then at the end of the challenge, it was Jeremy's birthday, so they had shot o'clock. Leia is again sad about not finding her husband, but I'm like, listen, you get that money,
Yeah.
you can get into better rooms and get cool husbands. Okay. So just keep, but
Yeah,
it's
I
not gonna
mean,
work out. But
quit pouting. You're gonna have, what if you had $250,000 and then you were just single and could go do what you want and maybe find a husband that
yeah,
way?
you can
That
like
seems
travel to
fine.
cool places, go more places that you want to go. You can focus on your own stuff for a while so that when you meet somebody, you're in like a better place, like you
Yeah.
feel more
Go meet
established.
your husband, like, gambling at a blackjack table in Monaco. Like, you could do a lot with that money.
Yeah, you could do that. That's a thing you could do. Or you could open a tiny bookshop
Who knows?
in a
Possibilities are
sleepy
endless.
sea town. Anyway, uh, so okay, all right, and then oh, sorry, I just like scrolled in my notes way too far. Yeah, so basically around this point, this is when Sean is like talking shit and he's trying to get everyone to side with him. And he's like undermining Brian, which I would get more mad about if I didn't also hate Brian. Like there's no one to root for here. It's
No.
all annoying. And then there is a date for Justin Spencer, and of course it's tantra yoga because it always
Sexy.
has to be.
You gotta do horny yoga.
Yeah,
That's a real
it's
special.
totally real and legit. Anyway, then there's so, like, as this stuff is happening, the a date I don't wanna pay attention to, then Sean is also being someone I don't wanna pay attention to, being exhausting, and they're calling it, like, the Parliament of Paradise, and this episode almost made me like Dale. That was scary. That was scary because Dale was so over it, and I was like, "I am you." I'm like, "It's not gonna work. It is too late in the game for you to form the strategy. You should have done it week 1 of the game changing. This is just, like, too little too late, and it's gonna put a target on your back because you're the annoying little mosquito in everyone's ear, and they're just gonna get rid of you because they don't wanna deal with you, you know?"
Yep.
And
Exactly.
then, yeah, Spencer's like, um well, yeah, because he was trying to make everybody vote for Spencer. And then wait, Jeremy said, "You can't prep for a hurricane when it's gonna be an earthquake." Um, wise words, Jeremy. And then Spencer's like, "Well, I'll kick Sean out because fuck that guy."
Pretty much.
And Dale and Andrew and Jeremy are like, "Well, I'm not sure what I'm gonna do." And then the women are all in, like, one room, and they're all talking about this too, and then, like, Alicia walks in, and it's so awkward so
They're
fast.
so bad at hiding their scheming.
Yeah.
Every single time.
She's
Like,
like, "What are you
when they were
talking about?"
trying
And
to
they're
hide
like,
the stuff from
"Nothing."
Bailey a few weeks ago,
Yes.
and Bailey was just like, "Wait, so, midnight rendezvous?" But, like, and then, she's just like,
Parissa's
Parisa.
like, "What? Just tell me that it was with Brian." And Bailey's like, "I'm just doing my nails."
Yeah,
You
well,
know? I was like,
it's like, "Can you just say it's not Brian?"
I can't not
can't
say that.
not.
Yeah, so weird. It was so awkward, and I get that Alicia's upset about it, but again, this is game for half a million dollars. So, I don't know,
Mhm.
it's all fair game in my opinion, but it's like, yeah, that's the point. You can't make these alliances this late. You're shaking up
Doesn't
all
work.
this stuff. and everybody's gonna get agitated, and nobody's gonna vote the way you think they're gonna vote. Like, it's things might have shaken out naturally in a different way had you not agitated everybody. That's
Mhm.
my point. And then Sean is like, "You know what I'm gonna do then? I'm gonna turn on Kat because I think she's fake as fuck." And
Which she might be.
she might be. And he's like, "I'm annoyed with her, I stick my neck out for her.
Mhm.
I've done nothing but defend you consistently." This was his Hail Mary pass. And he's just like, "So I'm gonna make everybody turn on Kat because
Well,
they don't know what she's
I don't
like."
know, up until actually in episode 9, we get some classic Cat, which I enjoy,
Yeah, me too. I
but
kinda missed it, I'll be honest.
yeah, I was
Yeah.
like, "Man, this cat has been pretty sedated." Like,
Yeah.
this is cat after a couple of Xanax, she's just kinda zonked on it, but we find out later, and this isn't revealed on the show, but it was revealed all over the internet, allegedly,
Allegedly.
fake ass cat allegedly had or has a boyfriend at home, and she was doing all kinds of goofy ass stuff to try and like signal to him. Like she was like
Yes.
drawing things on her arms, like, I love you, baby.
I
Yeah.
didn't see any of that, but maybe it's because I wasn't
They might
looking.
have cut around it too. I don't
Yeah,
know.
I don't know, but
But then
yeah.
while also like, I'm gonna smooch down the lips and ask him if he's my boyfriend.
Yeah, I don't
Shut
know.
up.
I mean, it could definitely be the case. Like, weirder things have happened on the show, so that could definitely be a real thing that happened. Um, but also it's like, you're not gonna make people like you by accusing someone else of being fake. Like, that's not
Mhm.
gonna make you more popular. That that's not gonna, like, improve your image. It's unless it's a coordinated effort and a group of people are going after the same person and they
Mhm.
have evidence and all this stuff and they say concrete things on the show, it just never works out. It never works out. So that was what Sean had going against him, but he was just like, "Well, you're all not seeing the real cat." And it's like, I mean, this is like a pot kettle situation because you are so fake.
Mhm.
So, like, takes one to know one. I
No, he's
I
not fake.
don't.
They're the strongest couple on the beach.
Yeah, they totally love each other. Um,
So
um,
weird.
I will say, okay, it's mild spoilers. I think as long as a couple is off the beach, I think it's fair game to talk about them. But as far as I've seen with the two of them, it seems like they've kept it very vague as to what their relationship now is. It's
Yeah,
like,
I
I've
don't
met an amazing person and we have a great connection.
yeah, I
And
think
it's
they're
like, are
just
you
like friends that
friends?
bang sometimes.
I think that's what it is.
Yeah,
But
which that's fine, I guess,
which is
but
fine, but it's just like, that's also fake. You know what I'm saying? Because that's not how you were acting anyway.
I personally would not touch Sean's allegedly Republican penis, so, you know.
It's got beef tallow on it. So
His beef tallow dick.
Anyway,
Oh, ew.
oh my gosh. Oh, sorry. Okay, this was a TikTok thing. Sorry. This is literally all I've watched for 5 days, so it's worse than normal. But there's like some guy who started a business called Tallow. Did you see this?
Mm-mm.
Um and he was basically like, I'm not making any money, and he was like complaining about it on, I'll just call it Twitter. And but people were like, "Yeah, but you're like inside this shopping center or whatever, and there's
Oh,
like."
the place that sells chicken nuggets or whatever, right?
Yeah, I think, and there's like a Popeyes, and there's like these well-established places, and it's like proximity can help your business, right?
Yeah.
But it's like it was inside this building where there were like 3 other very prominent businesses, and you just started, and the other thing that's weird is everything's cooked in beef tallow, but they do not sell beef.
No, they just cook their chicken and beef tallow. And yeah,
So
it's
people
surrounded by
are
a Popeyes, a
coming.
KFC, and a Wingstop, and it's like inside of a grocery
Yes,
store.
and so people are going there going, "Oh, maybe I could get beef here because there are 3 chicken options." And and then he's like, "Well, we don't have beef. We just cook
Nope.
with beef tallow." And he literally said on Twitter, like, "We've lost business due to woke or whatever, or we're going out of business
Yeah.
due to woke." I
I
was
only
like, "Are
made
you?"
$37 due to woke.
It's like, because 'cause you're bad at, I mean, it's
Yeah.
it's worse. Like, this is a trendy thing right now. You should be able to make money on it from people who can hear, music clearly projected from one ear to another or whatever, because there's
Mhm.
nothing in between. Um, but so like it shouldn't be an issue to make some money at least temporarily in this weird beef tallow bubble we're in.
The beef
But
tallow.
so it's like that should only work in your favor right now.
Mhm.
And there are businesses that have been cooking with beef tallow for a long time and they just
Yeah.
don't advertise it because it's just the way they cook, whatever.
Mhm.
Um so like that didn't even help you. It's just like you should have, if anything, your business should have done better now. So it just shows me that you don't know anything about business. It's just like so embarrassing. So that was like a nice little win. And yeah, I just needed to go on another talent rant, I guess. But I thought that was so funny. Okay, so yeah, so Sean's going like scorched earth basically is like my little parliament didn't work. So now I'm going to backstab everybody. If this is the way your dad operated, it's not it's not good, I
Not
don't know,
great.
just saying. Um and then okay, so then they get to the rose ceremony. Oh, and Kathy gets one of the roses and Parisa's like, "Oh no." Because I thought maybe I could scoot by one more week, which she should have been able to, but
You would
you know.
think.
But no. And then before everything could happen, Alicia's like, "Oh, you can't fire us because we quit.
It was great.
So, and we're leaving because we want to, with our heads held high, and we care about each other so much. And it was always about more than money to us, and whatever." And and then Alex was like, "Well, I didn't vote for them, so I don't know." Like, why are they preemptively doing this? They could still make a speech if they got ejected. And but if they didn't, they would have had a chance at a $500,000.
Mhm.
So it seems kind of weird that they're like, "You can't fire us because we quit."
Yeah, it's
Um,
real dumb. I think they thought that was their, like, I don't know, like, their big stand-up moment where they're just like, "Yeah,
yeah.
now everyone will love us because 'cause we're doing the right thing." It's like, "No, you're just being weird and dumb."
Yeah, we're leaving for love. It's like you could have had both.
Yeah, why not
You could
stay
have
for
had
less
both.
and
So
money? Mm.
yeah, and then and then as they're leaving, because that didn't go over well, because
No,
it wouldn't have,
of course
then
not.
Sean was like, "Okay, I'm changing strategies again. Again, no strategy. You're just reacting. This is not a strategy." If I went to my clients and said, "Okay, here's our plan for a marketing campaign." And then 2 days later I go, "Well, that's not working at all, so we're going to do something else." "Okay, well, that's not working at all, so we're gonna do something else."
It's a good way
"Oh,
to get
well, we
fired.
just spent $20,000. Like, that would
No.
be bad, okay? I go, "This is what we're gonna do. We're gonna try it for 3 months. It I think it will help. It might not, and if it doesn't, we'll use these things to learn and change." And that's how a
Mhm.
strategy is built. Not just like, "Oh, okay, well, now I'm gonna tell Dale, oh, you know what? I love you, but Kat, don't come crying to me when this one ends,
Yep.
because that's gonna make people like me." He's such trash. And then
Ah,
again, "Dale, don't make me like you. Why'd you have to fart to break the tension? That was funny."
that was good.
God damn it.
I mean,
Okay.
that's probably his only move. I
I
think
am
that's
starting to like Dale a little bit more, and I'm like, "No,
the
don't do
farting
it."
moron Neanderthal.
Yeah, there's something very I don't know, he is quite face value. He's becoming more honest. I
Well,
think that's what I like
this
about
is
him
the
more.
endless Bachelor question,
Yeah.
which is, are the men on The Bachelorette slash Bachelor in Paradise slash Bachelor evil or stupid? Evil, stupid. You never know.
You
And,
never
someone
know.
like Dale, you're like, kind of a bad guy. Oh, but wait, now he's walking back over. No,
Yeah.
just a stupid, stupid
Yeah,
man.
I'm like, "Oh, yeah, he is from, like, what, Nebraska or something?
Yeah.
Or North Dakota?"
He is, yeah, I don't know wherever he's
North
from.
Dakota, because Alex thought he was from, like, North Carolina, and he was like,
Yeah.
"No, North
North
Dakota."
Dakota. All I have to say is the lights are on, but nobody's home. So,
Yeah, yeah. So, it's like, yeah, then I remember, yeah, it's like he's from either Nebraska or North Dakota, and my brain can't tell me which. Um, so then, yeah, Leia gets the rose. Oh, yeah, Jesse was basically like, "Well, they were gonna go home anyway, so it's fine that they went home." And Leia gets the rose, so that meant Parisa is going home. And So yeah, so it was Parisa and Brian and Sean and
Mhm.
Alicia, and should I share a spoiler about Parisa or should I not share a
Yeah,
spoiler
why
about
not?
Parisa? Okay.
Share it.
If you don't, again, I won't spoil anything that's like still undetermined on the show, but like the things that happen afterwards. I heard through the grapevine, but I
Ooh.
don't know for sure. I didn't look into it much. I just heard that Parisa has a new boyfriend now.
Oh my.
Yeah.
Good. I would
I
also get a new
know.
boyfriend. If my
I
boyfriend was
know.
Brian, I would choose any other man on earth.
I was like, "Does she really?" Like, that's so great because I just really think she is a weirdo, and she's, like, my kinda weirdo,
Mhm.
and it just makes me really sad that, like, she hasn't been able to, like, let that, fly as much as it should've on the show. She
Mhm.
just didn't get to be as much of a geek as she could have been. Um so yeah, that's what I heard. I don't know anything about it besides that. Wait, what is this? Oh, she's an amateur chef. I didn't know that. Her food looks really fucking good.
Wow. So she
Oh
can
my
cook,
god.
and she's funny, and she's quirky.
And she
And she
likes
chose Brian.
scrapbooking and rocks and she loves Costco. Oh my god, her food looks so delicious. Everybody go to Chef PMS, which is a great
Sure.
I'll link it in the show
Yeah,
notes.
link to Chef PMS.
Chef PMS, Parisa, so funny. I think that's her,
Must be her initials, right?
I think so. Uh, let me see. Parisa, cause yeah, her last name is, like, Shifta.
Mhm.
Um, yeah, and her middle name is Marie. That's
There you
amazing that
go.
her initials are PMS.
She leans into it.
I love her. Yeah, so anyway, that's what I heard. Whoever it is, I hope that he's awesome, and I'm so glad that, yeah, Brian's out of the picture because he really, like, dulled her light. She's just, like, such a cool person, anyway,
Mhm.
in my opinion. Okay, until proven otherwise. So week 9, okay, yeah, then we're back to, like, fully traditional intros. Walter's not having it, he's mad downstairs. Um and then Kat is like, so we start the episode with Kat being like, because they're all kind of like, where are we going? What's going to happen at the end of this?
Mhm.
And Kat's like, well, I'm not getting engaged again. And I was like, that's smart. If it's because you have a boyfriend back home, I don't know, maybe not so smart. But I
Mm.
mean, I wouldn't expect her to get engaged again.
No.
Alex is like, I don't know, maybe Andrew's my guy. I would be shocked if they got engaged though.
No. That's a hard no
Um,
for me too. It's not gonna
Bailey is
happen.
like, Jeremy is a pleasant surprise. I fear they're going to be engaged. The amount of defense that she has had with him makes me feel like that is what will be happening. Um, Andrew's feeling good about their relationship too. And then, okay, so then what they start with is this like celebratory dinner about how far they came. And I just kept waiting for like a weird catch at the dinner, but they were like, no, it's just a nice dinner. But then there were a bunch of flies there. And Kat's like, crashing out because there's flies everywhere. But everyone else is
Mhm.
like, the steak is delicious. Oh, what a lovely sunset. This wine is amazing. And
Cat hates bugs. She hates
she
them.
is like, it's like Cat's a ghost. And she's trying to get everyone to see that she exists
Mhm.
and they are not falling for it. And that was kind of hard to watch. I don't really like flies, but when she said like a horde of flies and then people were like, oh, it's probably just like, like a fly, then I was
Mhm.
like, well, that's a little dramatic, right?
Yeah. Well, because I remember her freaking out about bugs on the beach before when she was on Paradise, so this is nothing new.
Right. But
And
it's
then
like
she
she
says she has,
didn't
like,
do
a
it until
bug
now.
phobia or something.
Yeah. Well, so did Bailey, but Bailey didn't act like that.
Yeah.
She was like, this is gross. And I don't really want to go camping.
Mhm.
Like I would
No, who
rather.
does? We have
Well,
evolved as human beings.
this was what
We
I
can
was going to
sleep in
ask.
beds,
This was what I
under
was
roofs.
okay. I was gonna ask you this when we got to the camping part, which is basically right around the corner from that. You don't like camping?
No. I
Okay.
mean, I've done it, but
Okay.
not like why would I choose to sleep on the ground? Like, why would
Well,
anybody do that?
you don't have to sleep on the ground.
Oh, yeah, okay, so I put a blow-up mattress on the ground.
Yes. Or like
Why?
a cot.
I will
Well,
go to a cabin anytime. People are like, "Oh, you don't wanna be out in nature?" Sure, put me in a cabin.
okay.
Because again, what year is this? Is it 900 BC? Why am I just, like, on the dirt
900
and stuff? Come on.
BC. This we were in the wilderness not that long
Yeah,
ago.
listen. The point is, I don't need to be in a tent. There's no reason for me to be in a tent unless, like, somehow it is necessitated because I've been lost in nature. There was a
Mhm.
plane crash. I'm the only survivor. I have found a
Yeah.
tent. Then I will camp in the tent. Otherwise, why can't I be in a cabin?
Wow. We're so different.
What okay, ground sleeper. What do you like about tents so much?
Well, I feel like I get really good sleep when I'm camping. Like I sleep really heavy. Why are you looking at me like a dog?
I'm just picturing you with
Go
like
outside
a
and go
stick and a
outside.
rock in your spine and some raccoons like
Okay, I don't know what kind of camping trips
what
you've
they
been
do.
on.
So they do.
Yeah, see, you're like Bailey. You're just
Yeah.
like, "I can't." Um, no, I grew up camping, and I grew up tent camping, and then we did upgrade from
Mhm.
tents to campers, not by my choice, okay? My mom will agree to this when she's listening. But it was not my choice. I actually always enjoyed tent camping. But then we were at the Dells one year. I think oh gosh, I don't remember how long ago. We were supposed to like go to the Dells and then we were going to like drive to like South Dakota, not North Dakota. Um and we were gonna stay at this, like, campground that had, like, horses and whatever, and we were gonna go
Mhm.
see Mount Rushmore, blah, blah, blah. I still haven't seen Mount Rushmore, although I don't think I'm missing anything. And, there was, like, this really big storm that night,
Mhm.
and my parents' tent flooded.
Oh, see, that's the
And
other thing, inclement weather.
I had my own tent with a rain guard. It was a Coleman. I am forever loyal to Coleman. I have many Coleman products. I'll just say that. So, and I was in, I had an air mattress and a sleeping bag and whatever, and I was snug. Okay. I didn't notice anything. I slept very heavy. My dad apparently like opened it up my tent and was like, "Do you want to come in with us? Like, are you scared or something?"
Mhm.
And I either gave him like no response or said, "Leave me alone. I'm sleeping."
Mhm.
Something like that, I don't remember. And then I woke up the next morning, like, fresh as a daisy, like, "Ah, so great. Oh, I'm so happy." And my parents were like they looked like they had daggers in their eyes, and I was like, "What's wrong?" And they're like, "You didn't hear, like, the big storm that happened?" And I was like, "No." And they're like, "Yeah, it was terrible." And, like, they had this old tent that was not I don't think it was a Coleman. It was like one of those old triangular ones that requires way more steps than just it's a dome and I just, run
Mhm.
2 things through it and you're done. Um, and so we had to let it dry out. We had to let everything dry out so we couldn't drive to South Dakota the next day. So instead, we went to Noah's Ark, and that was pretty
The
great.
water park? It's
Honestly, I was way
probably
happier to go to
better.
Noah's Ark.
Yeah.
But this is like, this is an upgrade. But yeah, so then we upgraded to like a pop-up camper. So we went pop-up camping for like my whole like teenage and early adult life. And then they just got like a trailer not super long ago, like 4 or 5 years ago, maybe
Mhm.
something like that, maybe a little longer ago than that.
Sammy, what I'm hearing is your parents slept in a tent and it flooded with water and
Yeah.
they lost a good night's sleep, and because they slept in a tent, they were unable to see an essential American landmark. Sounds to me like
What I'm
someone should have
hearing
stayed in a cabin.
What I'm hearing is tent camping allowed me to go to Noah's Ark, and that was great. But yeah, so I always enjoyed it, and I've gone tent camping a lot in my adult life, and we do own a tent, and I am trying to get Tuck to go tent camping with me. We'll see if it works. But we are also entertaining trailers, I won't lie. But they called it glamping. They called this trip glamping. I would disagree with that.
What, setting up a tent? Because they had to set up
They called
a
it
tent.
glamping
That's not
on the
glamping.
show. That's
Glamping
what
is
they
like if you,
called it.
like, rent a yurt and it's
Listen,
got, like, a feather mattress in it.
don't get mad at me. That's what they called it on the
I
show.
know, it's
They
just
said
weird.
glamping. And I was like, well, this isn't glamping. This is just camping. Also, you gave them shitty tents. Like, the whole idea was like, it's a relationship test because everything's a little bit inconvenient. Like, the tents kind of suck. There's horse poop
Oh,
that
yeah,
we
their
shipped
matches are
in.
wet.
Yeah, everything's wet. One of the chairs is broken and there's bugs everywhere. And they're like, have fun. Um, but I do love camping and don't get too bothered by any of those things. And one of my favorite things to do is just sit in front of a fire and think about nothing
Mm,
because I never do that. I never think about nothing. So it's very freeing and very nice. But the way that these couples handled the challenges were not just observed by us, they were observed by a relationship expert. Dr. Laura, somebody, not the one you're thinking of, a different Dr.
a different
Laura.
Dr. Laura, yeah.
Yeah.
This is good, I really enjoyed this because she's like, I don't know, just the way she judged people, and then
Yeah.
especially, Jeremy, the king of taking feedback, him and Bailey, because I think Bailey's like she's like, "I don't like bugs, I don't like being outside, like, this sucks." My whole thing is, like, if I was doing this, I'd be like, "I don't like this shit, but also if you really want me to go camping, like, if that's your thing, I'll go do it." And Jeremy's just like, "This isn't bad at all. I've slept on pointy knives in Peru, and I've, jumped off of cliffs in Guatemala and then slept like a baby in a lava pit." And then the doctor's like, "Maybe you guys are, like, not aligned as a couple. Maybe you want different things out of life." He's like, "No."
Yeah, it was so
Shut
funny.
up, Jeremy.
Yeah, that was really funny. Well, I mean, I will say that they rolled with the punches fairly well. So it's like, but you could truly glamp. And
Mhm.
then maybe that would be a good happy medium. Just like, we're keeping our eye out for trailers and I would love a scamp. Okay. Those are culty, just the right amount of culty for me. If anybody knows me, they know I love a culty brand.
Yeah.
And they've got the following, they got the style, they got the stuff I want. They're made in Minnesota. What's not to like? You know what I'm talking about? Do you know what a scamp is? Are you Googling it
Yes.
right now? You're like, scamp trailer. When
Scamp
you
is
see
what
it,
people call me. Old people.
when you see it, you'll be like, oh,
No,
that looks
I know
like
what a
something
scamp is. I
Sammy would
totally
like.
know what a
Yeah.
scamp is. And it is a very Sammy ass thing.
They're really nice campers, okay? They're
Mhm.
well designed. Anyway, so it's like that's a happy medium. And or you could say maybe we spend one night, glamping and the other two nights at a nice hotel. It's like there are ways that you could find ways around it. But yeah, she was basically like the chemistry is there with you two, but I don't know if you want the same things in life. And I
Mhm.
probably not. I probably don't. Um but then she kinda said the opposite for Alex and Andrew, where she's like, "You 2 get along really well, but I feel like you don't wanna bang." And they were like, oh." They
Well,
they both, like, short circuited. It was kinda funny. Um, yeah, that was a good one. Um, she didn't really talk about Keith and Kathy, right? I don't think she did.
no, she
Yeah.
basically was like, "Yeah, because Keith and Kathy set up all the shit fine
Mhm.
because they're adults
Yeah,
and
they
not
know how
like
to use these
dumb
things.
babies." Yeah,
Yeah.
and so then she was like, "Wow, you guys work really well together, but this is a show about finding love." "No, it's not, Dr. Laura. It's a show about $500,000 right now."
Yeah,
I'm sorry, that's
and they make a good team. They were dangerous. They were a
Mhm.
dangerous, pair because they are a good team for the most part when they can hear each other.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, Alex and Andrew laughed through the whole thing. Yeah, Keith is annoyed with Kathy, but he mostly was like in dad mode. He's like, "Why are you standing on the table with a bug zapper?" And Kathy's like, "I feel like the Statue of Liberty." That was really funny. Bailey is like, "I'm afraid of the dark and bugs," but yeah, Jeremy's like, "I've built tents before," like you said. Oh yeah, out of the chairs, like one chair is strategically broken. Would you be the person in your relationship to take the broken chair?
I would take the broken chair. I don't care. Doesn't matter to me.
Chuck would definitely take the broken chair. He wouldn't even let me take it.
No. I don't
He's like,
care. I
"No."
don't mind taking a broken chair. That's fine.
That was really nice. It was interesting to see who took the broken chair.
Mhm.
Um, yeah, this is really where Kat was, like, very much crashing out. But again, Dale don't make me like you, okay? But I
Dale
feel
was
like you
pretty
handled
calm
this
and cool through
really
the whole
well.
thing.
You did a
Yeah.
good job, and I don't wanna like you, but you're making me like you, and it's making me mad. But yeah, I think he did really well, and he was like, "You know what? Just breathe and be calm." And even though he inside told us, I felt helpless, I didn't know what to do, he was like, "Just it's okay. I got it." And she was, like, frantic because she's like, "I feel like I should be helping you, but I
Mhm.
don't want to help you, but I feel guilty about it," which I've been there before in different scenarios where it's like even, like, recovering from surgery, I'm like, "I want to be able to do these things," and then I try to do them, and my body is like, "Actually, no." Um, and I'm like, I want to be able to like bend over when I want and pick up things that fall, and I have to ask you to do them. And I don't like doing that. So I feel like she's kind of feeling that way where it's like there are things that are clearly physically preventing her from doing this stuff. She's very afraid. And yeah, he was like a very calming presence and did not make her feel guilty about it. And made her feel safe, and she said he made her feel safe, and it was a nice moment, I would agree. I don't think they should have won the challenge,
No, probably not, no.
but that was interesting TV. Keep them around for one more week, maybe more controversies will arise. This was the wildest part. Was it real that there were, like, monkeys coming near the campsite? And they said a Costa Rican zoologist said, "We can't stay out here any longer, so you gotta go back." That was weird,
That
right?
was weird. I have no
Was that
idea.
real?
I
Don't
don't
know.
know. I have no
I was
idea.
just like
I
I
don't
was
know what the
like,
monkey situation is there. Are they
"Well,
mean?
maybe if you're encroaching on their property, I
Are they
don't
the
know.
raccoons of Costa Rica?
I don't know." But they were just like, a zoologist said, "We can't stay out here any longer,"
Yeah,
which
that's
is
weird.
just kind of
Maybe
strange.
they're, like, endangered monkeys.
I don't know. But I was just very confused by that. I was like, "Oh, well, I guess they're going back." Um So they didn't even have to sleep out there, so it was really, like,
Oh,
not it was nothing. They were out there for, like, a couple hours, probably.
yeah.
That I
I
don't
coulda
think it was
handled
any
that.
longer than that. Um, let's see, what else? Anything else? I think that was it. Most of the experiences I feel like in this challenge were middling to good. Dr. Laura Berman, sorry, that was her name. Um Oh, the one thing she was worried about is that Dale will shoulder too much. And then Spencer and Jess are getting like punished for getting along well and everything's going great. Cause
Yeah,
she's
pretty
like, "Well,
much.
what happens when you enter the real world?" And they're like, "Well, you could have said that about anybody.
It's true.
So why are you saying that about us?
I guess their only thing is, like,
These are all artificial
they
situations."
have slightly different timelines over when they wanna have babies or something.
Yeah.
I don't who cares? Figure
That's
it
like
out.
that's easy. Well,
Should we
not
have
easy
babies
to
in
never.
2 years or 4 years? Shut up.
That's nothing that's, like, impossible to navigate or, like, yeah,
No.
where do you wanna live? Like, that's the
Yeah,
other thing.
let's not put the baby cart before the horse here. Come
Well,
on.
and Spencer's like, "I wanna move in with you, like, as soon
Mhm.
as this is over." And Jess, being the smart one,
Mhm.
was like, slow down. Okay? We're still getting to know each other. I'm not ready for that right after this. Like, that's a lot. Things are going really well, but,
Mhm.
like, I'm not ready for all that." And he was like, "Oh, that hurts me." And it's like, that should make you feel really good. That
Yeah.
should make you feel really good that she is not trying to love bomb you or overpromise or anything. And she mentioned that she moved for her last relationship and she felt like that was a mistake. So obviously that's kind of triggering to her. She's not one of those people like I'm been historically the kind of person who's like, I'm happy to kind of live anywhere. I'm down. Like, I'll
Mhm.
try, whatever, I don't care. Um, but not everyone's like that, and she's not like that. It's not her decision either. She would be moving for Spencer. So she's like, I want to when I move, I want it to be I'm moving for me. It's cuz I want to do it.
Yeah.
Um I think that's totally valid. Again, a person who's being realistic in paradise. And I thought kind of she'd be like stars in her eyes, like, oh yeah, this is gonna all work out. And she was like, whoa, hold on, slow down. Okay. Like we are still getting to know each other. And Spencer was like, I feel so betrayed and hurt by that. I was like, why? She's being honest with you.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like all the couples have actually been pretty honest at this point. They're like, "This is where we're at.
Mhm.
We'll see what happens." I don't know if there's gonna be any engagements coming out of the beach, but if there is one, I think it is gonna be Bailey and Jeremy.
Yeah, 'cause
I don't
ew.
know. I don't
Yeah.
know. I'm bracing for that. Um, let's see.
Nobody finds love,
Da-da-da-da-da-da.
nobody gets the money. That's actually you know what's gonna happen is someone is gonna get $500,000, but none of these couples are gonna stay together. And then
Yeah.
all their, like, waffling and all their, we find love on the beach. This is what the show's about finding" Shut up.
I mean, I'm like, let's say it's like Bailey and Jeremy who make it all the way to the end,
Mhm.
right? I think they would both say that they would split the money.
Yeah.
So I think they each walk away with $250,000 and they
Mhm.
might be engaged. That would be
Mhm.
my guess of how this season's going to end. But I literally haven't looked at anything. Um, but and I'm going in my mind going, that's where this is heading.
Mhm.
I don't know. We'll see.
Could be.
Also, okay, this was interesting. We find out right before the rose ceremony that the girls have a tradition that when the men have the roses, the women don't drink. I didn't know that.
I didn't
And then
know that
Leia's like,
either.
"Well, I'm drinking." So
She knows,
she's like
writing's on the wall.
"So fuck that." Oh yeah, did Dr. Laura even really talk about Leia and Jonathan at all?
No, same I mean, they gave him the same type of thing that she gave, like,
Kathy
Kathy,
and
where she's
Keith.
just like,
Yeah.
"Yeah, you guys,
I don't have any notes for them. Yeah.
you're not here to find love."
It's like, yeah,
Yeah, they
that's
found
been
each other, that's
established.
all that was left.
But couldn't you, like, be constructive and say, "Oh, these are the things that are working between the 2 of you. In a romantic relationship, this could mean this," or, like, "You could leverage this in a romantic I
Or you
don't
could
know.
just be tight bros, like, who cares?
Yeah, well, there are other types of relationships that exist in the world, goddammit.
Yeah, Dr.
Let's
Laura.
focus on that.
What
Okay,
about
sorry.
being buds?
Yeah. How are they as buds? Okay, that's what I wanna know, okay? Is this a buddy comedy in the making or is it not? That's what I wanna know. That would be if I came on the show, I would be
Mhm.
like, "I really like." Well, didn't you send me a TikTok? I don't remember what day that was, of, like, "This is what we need on Paradise," and it was just, like, Aaron and James.
Yes! Yeah, just Aaron
That's
and
what I
James
said.
frolicking around.
That's what I said years ago. I said, "They
Mhm.
need to be the new hosts of everything,"
New show,
first of all,
Buds in Paradise, find your new best bud.
because they made
Doesn't
the show
matter.
so good.
Yeah, doesn't
You
matter
need
if
them
it's
back
if
on the
it's another
beach.
guy, if it's a golden, if it's a gal, whatever, just
It
find a
doesn't
bud.
matter. Just
Yeah.
connect and have fun. And yeah, they need to be hosts. The fact that they haven't come back is criminal.
Mhm.
Criminal. I don't know. Okay. But I remember that and yeah, I was like, this is what I've been saying. Someone made a really good like fan edit of the two of them in love.
It was nice.
It was really cute. Anyway, I forgot about that. Okay, so this was like a weird situation. We get to the end of this rose ceremony. Um, Keith is like, "I'm homesick and I want to leave." And we've already heard from one of the other women that they only have 4 more days.
Mhm.
Like 4 more they're like, "I think there's only like 4 days left." Hello, Keith, wait 4 more days for a chance at half
Yeah,
$500,000?
you ding
Wait
dong
4 more
baby.
days. What are you doing? And he's like, "I'm homesick. I gotta go." And Kathy's like, "Oh my god, I gotta try to keep this guy in the race." The
Yeah,
hell?
4 you get 4 days? For $500,000, I'd go camping for 4 days.
See, there you go. So, yeah, I'm just like, you made it this far. We're on like day 18, day 19.
Mhm.
That's not that long. I know you miss your family, but like 4 more days is not gonna make a difference.
No, does not make a lick of difference.
Just hold the line. Um, so he's like, "It's time to go." They get down to the voting, like which man will not have a rose to hand out, and there was a tie vote. And so Dale and Kat need to make the final decision of who's going to get the rose. And Jonathan and was it Jonathan and Keith, right? We're on the chopping block.
Mhm.
And Dale's like, "Well, Jonathan tried for my lady." So
Which again, it's like,
that kind of
what?
came out of nowhere.
That's like day 2, dude.
Well, he has kind of flirted with Kat on and off, but that was when Dale was being kinda shitty to Kat.
Yeah,
It's not
I'm
like he
sorry,
was doing
Dale.
it.
You put your tongue down that boxing girl's throat.
Yeah, it was always, like, in reaction to Kat being hurt by Dale, and she was like, "I don't know if I wanna be with him," and Jonathan's like,
Yeah.
"Well, maybe you can give me some attention." Hey, he's playing the game. He's doing the thing that everybody wants him to do, and then they get mad at him when he doesn't do it. So he's doing that was clear evidence of him
Yeah.
trying to entertain other women, and then
Bachelor
she
Nation,
went right back
stop
to Dale.
hating Jonathan.
Seriously, justice for Jonathan. So but yeah, so Dale is like, "I'm about to do the pettiest thing ever, and you're leaving."
Mhm.
Which, good for you.
Sure, yeah.
So yeah, so Jonathan and Leia are out, and I didn't think they were gonna make it the whole way. So, they made it as long as they did. I don't think they were that surprised. It was like, okay. But then here's like the other thing that's weird. So there's this other like really fast round on the same episode. So they get this riddle that doesn't make any sense. Nobody understands it. I need to look at that riddle again. I don't it didn't make sense to me either.
No.
Yeah, and it didn't really speak to like what they were about to do, but they were doing this backstabbing thing. If you can find it, you can read into it. Um but they do this backstabbing thing the next day, and they're, like, asking all these questions, like, whose antics are getting old, like, are, for their counterpart.
Mhm.
Who will sour, on the relationship? Who's got the biggest codependency issues? Who's most likely talking to an ex or others? Which people didn't pick Kat. People picked Jeremy. Who keeps the most secrets from their partner?
Ooh,
Who's more motivated by money? Who's more likely to cheat? Who doesn't deserve to be here?
wow.
And so some of the things I pulled, at least based on the way they edited it, I don't know. They think Alex is going to get tired of Andrew's antics. I mean, I think they're both kind of wacky. I'm
Yeah.
not worried about it. He's got, like, weird accents, and she's like, "Meow, meow, I'm so awkward." Like, I think it works. I don't know. I think it's
Mhm.
good. Um, yeah, that Cat will sour, but Dale will also sour on their relationship. Jess and Spencer have the biggest codependency issues, but so do Cat and Dale.
But the thing is,
Um,
I don't even know how many people know what codependency is. They
yeah,
probably just said that it's like because 'cause they've been together the longest and they're always together, I guess, but it's
yeah,
only been 2 weeks, who cares?
yeah. I don't think you could see codependency that quickly.
No.
Jeremy is most likely talking to an ex or others. I think it's just because of the Susie stuff. Alex and Andrew might keep the most secrets from a partner. Jeremy could be motivated by money, also most likely to cheat. Keith doesn't deserve to be here. Keith catching strays. What the hell? And then they had a lightning strike within 6 miles, and they're like, "You gotta go inside." We counted to two or whatever.
Everybody go in your hotel rooms and be boring.
Gotta go back in. Um, and then they're talking about, okay, strategy again.
Mhm.
And Kathy and Keith are like, all right, who should get it? Who should not? Whatever. And Kathy's like, well, I think, the people who should get the money, because he's like, I'm ready to go again. She's like, okay, fine. Um, she's like, well, let's think about like the people who are less financially secure who could really benefit from the money and try to like really lobby for them or
Mhm.
whatever. Um, but Andrew and Alex win the challenge, so they have like the power in the next round. But then they get to the ceremony, but that's basically where we leave it. We're like on a cliffhanger. I thought
Mhm.
they were gonna like quick cycle through another round, and I was like 8:58, and I was like, are they gonna do another one? And then they're like, when we see you next week, the tensions are gonna be high, and I was like, oh, okay, never mind. I guess not. But yeah, what are
Yeah.
your predictions for the show? What do you think's gonna happen?
I don't know. I don't it Jeremy and Spencer are the only 2 that I think, like, one of those 2 couples, the Spencers or the
Yeah,
Jeremys are gonna come out on top.
the
Jeremy
Spencers or the Jaredys. Okay, heteronormativity. Okay, patriarchy.
sorry, this one's for the fellas. No, actually, what I mean is Spencer and Jeremy are gonna kiss.
Now kiss.
No, I don't know. I don't love, like, long-term prospects for any of these couples,
Mhm.
And I don't know if anyone's strategic enough. The only one who seems to be thinking semi-strategically is Spencer. I think Jeremy is a little bit more of a lunk and therefore may suck more at winning $500,000.
Mhm.
Spencer has been like, listen, I have a very strong relationship. We know each other well enough. They're letting, the criticism hits them water off a duck's back. And I think he's smart enough to kind of get the win in the end. So if you got to pick somebody, that's who you go with.
I think the biggest, threat Spencer and Jess have is that they are the strongest, and if everyone just decides to pick them to get
Suddenly
them
become strategic.
out of the running,
Yeah.
yeah, they could definitely have a target on their back, but there are so many weird, loose alliances, and Spencer is very well liked because he's only been with Jess. He hasn't caused any issues with any of the other men at the beach, like
Yeah.
pursuing anybody else. They've both been on the up and up. Like there is no scandal.
Mhm.
So as long as they're friendly to everybody, it's like, well, and you haven't voted for me to my knowledge, so why would I vote for you? So
Yeah.
they they have it really easy that way right now.
I think, well, because I mean, there's only going to be one more rose ceremony, right? So I would imagine
There
what's
it
going to
has to get
happen.
down to like challenges where they get eliminated in other ways.
Yep. Yep. So I mean, maybe Kathy and Keith go home at the beginning
Mhm.
of the final episode next week, and then after that, you've got those three teams remaining who are just competing in some sort of relationship challenge. I don't even think there's going to be like much of a vote anymore.
'Cause is it the finale next week? It's gotta be, right? It's week
Yeah,
10.
episode 10
Yeah.
is the finale. Yep.
Yeah. It's getting real. It's getting real. But yeah, it's so weird. It's like it's day 19.
Hmm.
It's day 19, and in some circumstances, it's like that's one thing they talk about on, like, Love Is Blind, right? Like, how close people got because they were literally talking to each other for hours a day, and there was nothing else to do. They were forcing them into the situations where they were talking to people for hours upon hours upon hours,
Hmm.
and that's all they could do. In this show, it's just weird because yeah, it's like they can all go back to their hotel rooms and just, like, veg out, which is great. I would like it, but it doesn't really make for good TV. It's just not forcing a lot of people to interact the way that they normally do on the beach.
Hmm.
Um, oh, before we close, I have a couple pieces of news, couple things to highlight.
Oh.
Um, my Jillybox is stuck in customs.
Oh no! Do you have to pay a tariff on your
Oh
Jillybox?
yeah. Oh yeah.
Are you serious?
Yes,
What
I
the
have to
hell?
pay a tariff on my Jillybox, and there are certain items that are not coming to the United States.
No, because the
So,
tariffs.
yes, because
Trump
of the
has disrupted
tariffs.
the Jillybox?
Yes.
Oh, first they came for some other stuff and I said nothing. And then they came for my Jillybox and there was no one left to speak for Jilly.
Yeah, too bad I never shut up. But yeah, it's this injustice will not stand. Okay, I need to restore my Jilly box. Yeah, I had to pay 20 extra dollars
That's
to get
crazy.
this Jilly box, and there were things that they couldn't include.
Yeah, I know
And
there's a
then
lot of Canadian small businesses right now that are just like, we literally can't ship stuff to America anymore. Like it's
yeah,
done.
I'm worried that it's gonna become that soon, but they're trying to make do, and I think they replaced our item with another item that they said was actually worth more. So they were like, "This is how we try to make it up to you." But I had bought like an add-on, like an olive oil, and they're like, "We can't send you that." So there were
Mm.
certain things that they just like couldn't send me, and then yeah, there were a couple things that got like swapped out. So
Maybe we should
we'll
become
see.
smugglers. What do you think?
And then and then listen, I am close enough to Canada that I could try to arrange a pickup with Jilly herself,
Hmm.
but she's been a little busy. Because besides that, she had to field like she just sent out an email like today that was like everything's stuck in customs. She just got married.
Oh,
Did you know that? She
did
just got
not know
married like a
that.
couple days ago, and the amount of stuff she had to prep was heinous. I was like 20 different things of like jewelry and like 10 different pairs of shoes, and I
Oh
think she did
God.
multiple outfit changes. Extra. So extra. Um People on Reddit were not happy about that. They're like, this is overconsumption core. She can go fuck herself. I'm like, she's been with this guy for like, I don't know, 10 plus years or whatever. They're
Yeah,
finally
let her
getting
wear some
married.
shoes. Who gives
She
a
wants
shit?
to have like a big production and multiple changes. Listen, I been there, done that. It's not for me.
Mhm.
But
Also, what
It's
a dumb thing to get mad. I'm
it's
mad
your
because
one day to
the
play
lady from
princess.
TV that I have a parasocial relationship with has more shoes that I like.
People were so mad, and yeah, like, someone said, like, "Nothing can make you people happy," or something like that. I
Pretty
was just
much.
like, "Why are you picking on her?" At least, like, she's donating money from every box to charity. It's usually, like, 40,000 Canadian, to charity with every box.
Which is at least $12.
Please hold on. She well, it's gonna be worth more soon. She like, like works with like certified B Corps and local places and interviews all these businesses and does I think a very thoughtful job with her boxes, which is why I enjoy them. I think they're fun, which is why I've got Jilly shit all over my house now. It's like
Mhm.
I don't and she's one of the only bachelorettes that everybody consistently talks about being the nicest one.
Mhm.
Like, she has been mentioned by multiple, like, past contestants, lots of people in Bachelor Nation, they're always nobody has ever said anything bad about her. I'm like, "Can you just let her have her, like, extra princess moment?" Like, the fuck? Um, so anyway, hopefully by next week, the Jillybox will be here and we'll get to do an unboxing at the finale. Otherwise, we'll do it in between Paradise and our Mormon wives pick up or something.
Yeah,
But
we'll
she
figure it out.
literally just emailed again, like today or yes. I keep getting UPS emails that say, your package is coming today. Psych, your package is coming tomorrow. Actually, it's the next day and now it's coming. No. Like I when I was sorting through my emails today, I'm like, okay, what did I miss? Like who sent me stuff? What should I keep track of? There were like 10 emails for that. And I was like, that just seems unnecessary. Like just way too many emails about that. So anyway, so now I know. But until next week, friends, take care of yourselves. Don't uh do anything. Well, if you have to do something with your
Don't do
nose,
anything.
don't do anything. If you have to do something with your nose, don't overexert yourself and take breaks and run a tiny bookshop from a video game.
But don't do needle drugs.
Yeah, just take
Let's
prescription medication.
That's right. Prescribed by a doctor. Legally.
There may have been things that I took intravenously.
But under supervision.
They were recommended.
Oh my god.
And then they made me eat graham crackers and cranberry juice cocktail.
Yeah.